I'm Davey.
I'm Misty.
DMWATS.
Unscripted.
Unedited.
Unapologetic.
Let's get it.
All right, here we go. What is going on, everybody? I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
And welcome to another episode of DMWATS.
I don't think you welcome the people back.
Welcome you guys too. Welcome to another episode of DMWATS podcast. Oh man, we've been gone for a little bit. Let's get into it. NFTs, you guys can find them at crypto.com. Make sure you type in Misty. You guys see a bunch of good stuff there. DMWATSpodcast.com is where you can find us. Check us out on all the streaming services. We still about that Doge, AMC Life, Shiba, and Saitama. There's so many other ones that are coming out. I'm not even going to get into it, but hey, we're still about that life. Yeah, we're still about that life. And of course, Anissa dog says hello. Says hello. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Or should we say, welcome. Thanks for welcoming us back. Because we were gone for a little while. And we talked about had a lot of stuff that happened in our life, didn't we?
Well, we had a graduation party.
Yes, that was
and
live.
That takes a week.
Mm-hmm.
And a graduation for our son graduated from welding school from Heartland Welding Academy.
Our son graduated from Heartland Welding Academy out of Wichita, Kansas.
And if you haven't thrown a graduation party,
let me tell you, it's some work.
It's a lot of work.
It's some work.
It's a lot of work, especially if you're married to me. Because
and
I go through and go, oh, that's got to get repainted. Oh, that's got to be painted. Oh, got to fix that door.
And coordination. So there's a lot of work and coordination too. You know what I mean? So making sure that everybody's coming in.
But we had a wonderful party.
Yes.
And everything went very, very well. And we thank Heartland Academy so very much.
So if you're looking for a place to learn how to weld, I mean, obviously welding is a trade. Right, it is a trade, and so the school he went to was a trade school. It's called Heartland Welding Academy. Look those guys up. They're about out of Wichita, Kansas. They are an amazing group of people that literally took our son from. He knew a little bit about welding, but not too much. To once he graduated, just standing there watching him receive all his certificates was
It was cool.
It was a very powerful moment.
You got 5 different certificates.
Yeah, you got 5 different certificates, certified and 5 different types of welding. I think is what it was. Yeah. So it's pretty awesome.
We know nothing about welding.
Yeah.
We just sit back and go, oh, really?
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Hey, look at that metal. That's awesome.
Exactly. Even when he tried to explain it to us, we were like, that's great.
That's amazing.
That's really nice. So yeah, that happened. What else happened throughout the week? So we can say Kanye West is an idiot. I think we can say that.
He's an abusive idiot.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is women go through this every day.
Yeah.
And it goes unnoticed because they're not rich and famous.
Yeah. And just because it's Kanye West doesn't mean it's okay.
I don't understand why nobody's doing anything about it.
That
to me is dangerous because they're famous.
Yeah.
He had to go on and say, hey, don't yell at whatever he calls him.
Pete Davidson?
Yeah, but he calls him something.
Oh.
He's like, hey, don't yell at him, because he told his fans on Twitter to yell at him when they see him.
Yeah.
And she wrote him, she's like, hey, that's dangerous. Like, you can't do this. The dude's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of it.
Yeah. You don't get a pass just because you're famous. You're still a person in it. The other guy is a human being too, and so is...
I'm going to say this. I saw somebody in my friends list, like, go off and say, they're only reaming him like this because he's black.
It makes no sense.
No, he's psychotic.
Kanye West has always been
nothing to do with color. He's an idiot.
He's always been controversial.
He needs mental help.
Yeah, but
I know he does,
but at the same time, when you had her and you was putting all her business and stuff, y'all business on blast too. You know what I mean? It was like, people don't like that, man. Nobody want to be with somebody that's how you gonna treat them. Put all y'all personal life.
From just being around them.
That's ridiculous. But hey, so that happened, and then also apparently Ukraine and Russia don't get along. So I mean that's happening, and of course the U.S.
I don't think anybody gets along with Russia.
I mean, yeah. So of course all those things are going on in the world, and also what else is happening? If it hadn't happened to you, it hit us really great when we planned for this graduation party. The price of every damn thing is doubled and tripled.
Oh,
I mean, oh my goodness.
And look, we saw the prices But then when you're planning and you're like, okay, but the stuff I buy and put out for parties,
Yeah,
you know,
it ain't gonna be much.
my
It ain't- yeah,
trays and stuff
this
that
ain't
I
gonna be
do,
much.
it's no big deal. So we go to get our pepperoni. This is how you know.
No.
We have a standard in this house. It's my thing. I love popcorn, but I have to have protein with it because it messes with my blood sugar.
Yeah.
So I always have pepperoni in hand, the big, nice, thin sandwich slice pepperoni, and then cheese and popcorn. So we hadn't had our pepperoni in a while. And so we went to get it because that's perfect. You get a big pack of it and boom, it's a board. You put some cheese on there, you're done. Doubled.
Yeah.
It doubled in price.
Yeah.
And it's already the store brand.
Yeah. It's
and
true.
It doubled in price. It's $16. It's $15.99.
Yeah.
And I looked at him, I had tears in my eyes, and I'm like, I know for a fact this was $7.99.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not spending $16 on store brand pepperoni.
And it got
even though it was
crazy.
a superior pepperoni.
Yeah, but exactly, it doubled. It's literally, it was almost $20 for the bag now.
So the few hundred you set aside for your little party, which includes decorations, now that few hundred is just in very little food.
Yeah,
very little food.
It is. You got to make decisions like, okay, look, because gas has gone up too. Gas has gone up too. Like $20 in gas ain't what $20 in gas used to be anymore. There's $20 in gas now turned into $30 in gas. And that $10 extra is a big difference. You know what I mean? So what I can say when it boils down to it is that hopefully we come out of this stuff, you know, because people aren't getting paid a lot more. I mean, now, granted, they're like, hey, these companies are offering more money, but
they're not. And that's only if you get hired. So let's say your pay has stayed the same, but your rent has gone up because of COVID and everything has gone up. It's the highest everything's been in 40 years. And I don't know how people are going to do it. This is not the millennials' fault.
It ain't.
This is not the fault of the kids that don't want to work. No, they can't. It's becoming you can't afford to. You go to work and you still can't afford to eat.
Because you got to wait 2 weeks for that paycheck. And by the time the paycheck comes, it's like you owe everybody else anyway.
You owe all of your bills.
Yeah. So
what are they supposed to eat?
Yeah. But anyway, so
Sorry,
that's all right.
Rant,
So on to the fishbowl. We got to go ahead and get into it real quick.
I'm just so scared for people.
Exactly. And
help a neighbor out.
Yep. So
I'm planting our garden.
Yes, and we're planting our garden too. So this fishbowl topic it says, what's your sign? And do you believe in signs? Yeah. So
it's your sign.
So mine is a Cancer. I never really agreed with it being called Cancer. I was like, it's called a Cancer, and then a picture of a lobster or something like that. I'm serious. That's not what it is. Yeah. It's called a Cancer, and it's like a picture of a lobster. I was like, a crab is what it is. I'm like that. I don't know. And then because I never really can get into what they're about, because every day you have a new horoscope, as they call it, right? A new thing that's, hey, if you're a Cancer, look out for this.
Yeah.
Look out for that. I was like, oh, okay.
And who you're compatible with.
Yeah. What is your take on all of that?
Well, it's kind of biased. I'm a Libra with Aries rising. And I do believe in that. And really, I don't believe in the everyday horoscopes. But I do think there's something to that. I think there is something to astrology and astronomy, and the moon and things like that. I don't think it's what people make it.
No.
But I do think there's something to it. I do think there's a purpose for that.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but there's on the psychological end of it. Yeah, if someone tells you, oh, you're a Libra, oh, well, here are your traits, you're going to see yourself. Because basic traits, everybody has.
You're right.
Basic traits.
And that's the thing that gets to me. So, like, you know, that's the one thing, that's one of the biggest things I don't like when it comes to, like, your sign and horoscopes, because it's like, whatever you see that day, what it says about you're going to live your life that day, you know, based on what you saw. People. Yeah, for some people. Yeah, it's like they put that thought in your head.
Thought, and in some people it can be a subconscious, unconscious thought, and then in some people like me, it's like, I don't read my horoscopes till the month is over.
Okay, I wonder if I did this correctly.
It's true. And then I'm like, well, that's kind of creepy. That happened. Oh yeah, shit, that was the day that happened. And then sometimes I'm like, didn't happen. Yeah, that's what I do.
And that's so, like, but with the horoscopes though, like, what I don't like about this is that you'll have people who really capitalize on these things, like with your signs and stuff like that. And,
Yeah.
you know, they do it to make money, and they give people erroneous information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, what can I tell them this year?
Scare them to give them money.
Yeah, they scare them into giving them money.
Yeah, it's sad. And you can't, people really get into that.
Yeah, and so
They really get into that.
Yeah, but there's I don't see anything wrong with people getting into that. I just hate that when people try to take advantage of folks for getting into that. You know what I mean? And so like
there's also, I mean, there is a fun side of it. Like if it's just a quirky thing, you know, like Libra, I'm supposed to be artistic. Okay, I am. I'm out loud. Yes, I am. But I'm also very much an introvert.
Yeah.
And my home, I like classical things.
Yeah.
So I'm not this, you know, live out loud person, but yeah, I am an artist. And yes, I do appreciate those type of things, but I'm also an Aries, which means I'm a complete bitch. But I'm a truthful one because I'm a Libra, so I balance everything and weigh my options, and then I really just become executioner.
Well, then the other part
Aries
of that, the other part is we got a phone call from one of our kids yesterday, and they were talking about, but as I was going to ask, I think that's different though.
It is.
That's different.
That's a reading.
That was
you
a
don't
reading.
really do a reading on,
No, that's I don't know much about when it comes to all of that. But
she was truthful about the fact that she could see how that would influence her. And that's what you gotta, you know, you got free will. Like you really shouldn't be living your life according to the signs. However, we all get stuck now and then. And sometimes it's fun to pop up a horoscope and be like, oh, I can see that in the ruling planets. And you know, it's kind of fun to just know about it.
Yeah, and
because it is interesting.
Now, see, that one thing I will say about it is that, like, what I get interested in it is when you start talking about, hey, the sun, and this is how this aligns with this, and because of this, this is happening. Because you know, I'll take that a step further, and when you start talking about high tides or something like that, or the moon is in a certain position. Yeah. Because
astronomical high tides, low tides.
That is a true thing, you know, like when it's like, obviously we'll associate a full moon with werewolves. People start acting different. The reason for that is, I ain't gonna say werewolves, but when people start acting different, me and you talked about this before, that our bodies are mostly made up of water.
Yeah.
And so it can have, just like it has an effect on the tides.
Right.
It's gonna have an effect on people, right?
There's also more of a scientific fact of lighting. And because at the full moon, there's more light, that it actually just kind of jazzes you up.
Really?
And I will say this, though. I've been a preschool teacher and a bartender and a bar owner. There are two definites in this lifetime about the full moon. Preschoolers go insane even during the day. Same with school children. And at the bar, every time it was a full moon, it was like, no, Jesus Christ, no, please. And that's where I can sit there and go, okay, I can see that because there's more light. People get amped up, you know, and they can see more. So it kind of does something psychological to their brain.
Well, I mean,
Keep
there you
bringing
go.
Science into stuff that's not scientific.
But there's nothing wrong with that too. You know, that for those who don't believe, you know, with the, because of the sign and this and this and that.
Right.
Well, there's the scientific side of it also, where it's like, well, here's why that stuff happens.
But I think it's interesting that somebody went through and charted certain traits of certain people born in certain times and certain months.
Right.
And that part of it is really, really cool. The side of it I really hate is when we're standing in line and we're listening to people's conversations.
Oh my God.
And, you know, the chick that knows everything, she's like,
this happened. Be alarmed. This did happen a week ago.
She goes, you're a Gemini, huh? And the chick,
she wasn't talking to us.
No, I would have tore her ass off.
She was talking to these. She was two people ahead of us.
Yeah, and she goes, no, I'm a Sagittarius. I knew it.
Yeah,
and like, I'm in there going, no, you didn't.
You said
because
Gemini.
If you knew it, you would have said that first.
Yeah, you said Gemini though.
She goes, no, I'm really good at that stuff. I'm a Libra. So am I, and you're full of shit.
Yep. And my wife looked at me and was like, "It was like you guys know that slow head term where it's like you're pissed and don't know what to say, but like, do you see this shit?" That one, like, do you see this?
I get really defensive about signs and stuff because I feel like we don't know everything about it. I feel like there's something to it, but we don't know. Yeah. And I don't feel like it's something that we should really just throw out there. Because there's so many variations to it. A male Scorpio is so different than a female Scorpio, just like a male Libra is way different than me.
And you'd be surprised if they're compatible or not.
And look at me and my sister.
Yeah.
I'm a Libra Aries. She's an Aries Libra.
So, okay, so when you say those dual ones like that, it's like, so she's an Aries.
So you have
and not compatible with Libra. Is that what you mean? Or
no. We're actually very compatible.
Okay.
But it's the fact that it's like I say it both because it's a moon sign and a sun sign. So I've actually charted it. Like I took classes in it. Of course I did. Because I wanted to know what the scientific stuff about it was.
Okay.
And so that's when I found out, oh, you're really a duality. Everybody is. And so I charted me and had it checked, so I know I'm right. I'm a Libra Aries. She's an Aries Libra. And it's really funny because that's where you can see us mesh so well. And then polar opposites so much.
Yeah.
And butt heads so much because we do have some of the same traits, but it's that swatch of Aries is very logical. She's very logical and not emotional. And I'm Libra. So I'm balanced, but I'm more emotionally driven.
Yeah.
So we have this, see what I mean? Like, it's like, I believe it, but I don't, but I do. Yeah, and I can make fun of it, but there's something to there that's just really kind of cool.
Yeah, I get you, but this is
there's that.
Hey,
there's my spiel.
There's the spiel.
And here's your sign.
But I gotta say that when it comes to that, she gets a rise out of this topic.
I do. I get a rise out of anything that's like metaphysical and stuff. Because
if you guys didn't see the happiness smile on her face when I read the visual topic.
People don't get it, and they mock what they don't understand, and I don't understand why they do that.
Well, like I said, not like everybody, but my biggest thing to it was the dailies. I can't do the dailies. It's like, no, you don't know.
I don't like the excuse though. Like I own it because I do have a balance thing where if I'm angry, I've looked at all sides, but I think people take it too far, and I don't like people judging other people on what their sign is.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I think that's BS.
Agreed.
And I think, I don't use it as an excuse. Well, I'm a Libra, so I don't do that. No, I'm a bet.
Yes.
No, I'm right.
It's because I'm a Virgo. That has nothing to do with it.
If anything, this is what you hear. I'm right. How do you know I'm right? Because I'm a Misty. Okay. I'm a Misty. I know I'm right.
Yeah. But hey, tell us how you guys feel about it.
What's your sign?
What's your sign?
DMWATS@gmail.com.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know where to find us. We ain't went nowhere and we ain't going nowhere. So, hey, check us out. Once again, crypto.com, NFTs. Make sure you search on the Misty. Y'all check them out. DMWATSpodcast.com is where you can find us also.
Pointing.
Yeah, it's okay.
It must be the Libra in me.
Here we go. Catch us on all the other streaming services. Doge, AMC, Shiba, Saitama. Nisa says goodbye. But it's been great. We love what we do, and we're gonna be back. Well, we are back, and we doing our things. Never went any damn way. That's right. So,
just had to plan a graduation party in a week.
That's just the Cancer in me. That just did that because I'm the Cancer.
Oh, there's a lot of things in it that's done because you're a Cancer.
But this is what I'm talking about.
What?
You can't see mine. You can't say.
Yes, I can.
No. I'm saying in general. You can't say it's because I'm a Cancer. That just comes out wrong. Like if it's like I'm a Cancer, it's just like. You see what I mean? That's opening so much.
Quite funny.
This is like I'm a Cancer.
I would love to be able to go, well, I'm a Cancer, and watch people scatter. I love that. I would use it to my advantage to get people away from me.
Well, but still, hey, like we said, what's your sign? So hey guys, no, seriously, thanks a lot. Signing off for DMWATS Podcast. I'm Davey.
I'm Misty.
And we are DMWATS. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.